time to drop the really big bomb. President Trump, at real Donald Trump, is in the Epstein files. That is the real reason they have not been made public. Have a nice day, DJT. Elon Musk now taking to X to share even more thoughts, and I wanted to share the very latest as this continues. Earlier on in the Oval Office, President Trump foreshadowing perhaps these comments getting personal.
Elon Musk just implied Donald Trump might be tied to Epstein's files. Trump fired back, calling Musk every weird and claiming he kicked him out. What's the real story behind this billionaire meltdown? You won't believe how far they're willing to go in this ego war. Before we move on, I'd like to ask you a small favor. If you appreciate this content, please take a second to like this video and subscribe to the channel. Over 98% of you watch the videos without subscribing. It costs you nothing, but it makes a huge difference to us. So, did you click the subscribe button? Great, thank you so much. Now back to the video. Imagine this. Two men with more money than most of us can even comprehend, and bigger egos to match, starting as allies only to turn on each other in the most public, petty, and downright absurd ways. Trump and Musk once shared a relationship built on mutual admiration, or maybe just mutual self-interest. Back when things were friendly, Trump would name-drop Musk in speeches, calling him one of our great geniuses.
After days of simmering tension, today was an all-out brawl on social media. At first, they came to blows over the so-called Big Beautiful Bill. Now, Musk called the budget bill an abomination that would add $2.5 trillion to the national debt and told his followers to kill the bill, the Trump-backed budget that gutted incentives for electric vehicles. Bad news for Musk's company, Tesla, the very same car Trump paraded on the White House lawn this spring.
Musk played along too, even attending one of Trump's business advisory councils. But was this an actual bond, or just two figures enjoying the temporary benefits of the spotlight they provided each other? Spoiler alert, it didn't take much to tear it all apart. Things began to shift when Musk, who usually tweets about rockets and Dogecoin, publicly called out the Trump administration's lack of focus on science and innovation. Musk criticized government spending, especially when environmental policies got sidelined. Now, if there's one thing Trump doesn't handle well, it's criticism, especially from people he once saw as allies. Sources close to Trump even whispered at the time that he thought Musk was turning on him. And if Trump feels betrayed, well, history tells us he doesn't exactly let things slide. The real spark that lit the fire? Trump pulled the plug on federal EV mandates, rules that gave companies like Tesla a financial boost.
I'm very disappointed because Elon knew the inner workings of this bill better than almost anybody sitting here, better than you people. He knew everything about it. He had no problem with it. All of a sudden he had a problem. You saw a man who was very happy when he stood behind the Oval desk, and even with the black eye, I said, "You want a little makeup? We'll get you a little makeup." But he said, "No, I don't think so," which is interesting. I think I would have won. Susie would say I would have won Pennsylvania easily anyway. They leave, and they wake up in the morning, and the glamour's gone. The whole world is different, and they become hostile.
In usual Trump fashion, he made it about himself, reportedly bragging that Musk owed him everything for Tesla's rise. Musk wasn't having it, though. He took to Twitter, dodging any direct mentions of Trump's name, but slicing his way through with cryptic tweets that, frankly, weren't hard to decode. Let's just say memes became Musk's weapon of choice. Fast forward. Tesla's stock wobbled during some of these moments, raising eyebrows. Coincidence or karma? Then, of course, Musk took things nuclear by hinting at Trump's alleged connections to Jeffrey Epstein. Yeah, that Jeffrey Epstein. Trump fired back with classic insults, calling Musk weird and, bizarrely, claiming he asked Musk to leave. What does that even mean? At this point, it's clear this isn't just wealthy egos clashing, it's two powerhouse narratives fighting for control of how people see the future. And this isn't over. When billionaires bring their personal feuds to their platforms, it's not just entertainment, it's digital warfare shaping the world. This isn't just two billionaires throwing tantrums online, it's a perfect snapshot of 21st century chaos. On one side, there's Elon Musk, the poster child for disruption, who seems to thrive on unpredictability and tech-fueled chaos. On the other, Donald Trump clinging to a worldview where control and nostalgia for a better past dominate.
He said the most beautiful things about me. And he hasn't said bad about me personally, but I'm sure that'll be next. But I'm very disappointed in.
The tech billionaire poured more than $250 billion into Trump's campaign, but now claiming President Trump would have lost the election without his help.
These two don't just bicker, they stand as symbols of opposing forces shaping our world. Their platforms have become their playgrounds, and, honestly, their battlegrounds. Musk, as the new overlord of X, hasn't been shy about stoking the fire. Remember when he unbanned Trump on X? It felt less like reconciliation and more like Musk tossing a grenade into the room. Trump's followers swarmed the platform with their trademark mix of memes and verbal attacks, but Trump himself? Crickets. He stayed on Truth Social, his self-made echo chamber, because why fight on someone else's turf when you already own a stage built for fans? While this might seem like rich guys trading insults, the stakes are a lot higher. Their feud is bleeding into the real world, impacting public opinion, influencing markets, and even coloring policy debates. Tesla stocks have danced uncomfortably whenever Musk has leaned into this fiasco, proving there's more at risk than his Twitter ego. Meanwhile, Trump's constant griping about being wronged fits snugly into his narrative of them versus me, rallying his base even as Musk quietly tries to paint him as the past rather than the future. Then there's the crowd, tens of millions of followers who've turned memes and hashtags into digital ammunition. Musk's fans see Trump as obsolete, the MySpace of politics, while Trump's loyalists consider Musk's anything-goes chaos downright un-American. These insults aren't just personal, they underline a major generational divide. Musk pushes forward, defining leadership through disruption, while Trump sticks to old-school dominance. It's easy to laugh at their spats, but step back, and you'll notice this is shaping how Americans debate leadership and progress. The question is no longer about who's winning their meme battles, but whether we're witnessing the future of leadership or its eventual meltdown. It's like a Shakespearean tragedy, but instead of swords and soliloquies, we get memes and press releases, sponsored, of course, by SpaceX and Mar-a-Lago. This isn't just about Trump and Musk's egos colliding. It's a war for attention, where whoever dominates the meme cycle controls the narrative. And let's be honest, between Trump's truth bombs and Musk's cryptic tweets, it's less about truth and more about engagement. So here's the real question. Are these billionaires shaping the future, or are we just their audience, enabling these ego battles with our clicks, shares, and retweets? Think about that the next time you scroll.